My name is Cara Freiberg. So I really wanted to talk a little bit about my story, who I am, and I'll get into what I'm doing right now and kind of talk about that. But so grew up, I was a collegiate swimmer. I swam at Rutgers. My entire life, I wanted to somehow be a dolphin trainer. I wrote that on every single paper since I was 4 years old. So, when I graduated Rutgers, I tried doing sales in New York City, sat behind a desk. I realized I could not do that kind of work. It was not for me. Funny story, I was actually on LinkedIn trying to find another job and popped up a manatee rehab center in Belize, was looking for a volunteer. So I quit my job. I packed my bags. I went to Belize. I lived there for 2 months. It was the first time in my life I felt like I was around people that I could connect with and that understood me, and I understood them in a way that I felt like I was always a dreamer around people who had dreams but weren't doing committed action to kind of get there. And I was definitely made fun of for being the dolphin girl and wanting to do that my entire life, but I never gave it up. And so that reignited my fire being in Belize. I moved back to New Jersey. I lifeguarded on their Jersey Shore for 2 years. And then I met my best friend, Kelly, who we moved out to California together. I got accepted to be an intern at 25, unpaid, to work with the Navy marine mammals, dolphins and sea lions for the Navy, doing underwater military missions, which a lot of people don't know that they do. And I didn't know until I got there what they do. It's pretty amazing. They're legitimate soldiers for the Navy. And I was reignited again. I was so passionate about that work. Again, I was unpaid though. That was always a struggle for me being in California. I was working 2 other jobs just to get by. And then, people told me, a lot of people in the Marine Mammal Center try and go to SeaWorld, but it's very unlikely that they had told me it's unlikely to get the job on the first time. Thankfully, with my Rutgers swimming career, I was hired in a day at SeaWorld. And I loved it. I loved the work that I did. I did not like the people that I was around there. So it was kind of like I worked my entire life to get here, and I still didn't feel like I was supposed to be there. I didn't feel included. So after about 6 months, I was a seasonal trainer. So I ended up working at a restaurant. I really enjoy just connecting with people. That is definitely my superpower. I can connect with anyone. I love getting vulnerable with people. I love to find out their story. And so honestly, working at a restaurant was amazing for me. I ended up being a manager there. I worked there for a couple of years. And then COVID hit, and my husband had just gotten out of the Navy. So we went and lived at home a little bit with my dad, Anthony, and we stayed in North Carolina. I tried to figure out what my next move was. And I ended up working for him. I'm still working for him part-time, business development, sales. And so I've just been longing for what's going to come next for me. We road tripped there and back. I got back to California about a year ago, and I was sitting on a plane going to Mexico for my birthday last June. And I met this woman who told me she worked in network marketing. And I had been with Beachbody. I didn't really know what network marketing was, a pyramid scheme, it's a scam, all of that, I didn't make much money with Beachbody. So she told me she did this full time. And I was like, how are you a network marketer full time? What's the company? Tell me more about it. Isagenix. I honestly had never heard of Isagenix before. And so I see these 3 women walk back in the plane, just loving their life. They're so happy. They're just taking a vacation just cause. And I ended up really connecting with them. And just once I really want to do something, I put my mind to it. I got their numbers. I got back to California after our trip. They ended up living 20 minutes from us in California, went to their house. They kind of told me why the Isagenix compensation structure is so different than other network marketing. It's the community base, the family base there. It's basically like V5O in my work with Isagenix. I feel completely included. I've never been around women who are not competing with each other and kind of putting each other down and stuff. We all lift each other up, one, because it is financially beneficial for us to all work together. Yes. And it's just the best work environment I've ever been in. And I think that's why I've thrived so much with them. In the past 8 months, I was able to make up to $24,000 with them. And I'm realizing this is a career that I do want to follow, but it's it's not full time. And it's leading me to my passion, which is my opening up a dolphin sanctuary is my main goal that I want to accomplish. But I also realized that I need a financial backing. It's a reason I'm working with Alan as well. I got certified in insurance, and I've realized how much I love this community so much that I want to do, and I know I want to have multiple income streams. So that is going to be definitely my next focus. I'm in a real big build stage with Isogenics. I actually had a woman who reached out to me, and this is why it's just the community I can't even explain. I brought her to Phoenix with me this past weekend. We went to the Isogenics corporate headquarters. I got to meet with Kathy Coover, the founder of Isogenics. She asked our team, how can I improve? Like, to have someone that high up to be asking our team, which is a very influential team. My higher ups have been involved with the company for about 12 years. So they've built a very incredible team that I was lucky to be a part of from the beginning. And I was realizing the culture there is exactly what I wanted to be included in. I mean, everybody has a voice. Everybody is important, whether they've been in for 10 years or just like me, 8 months. And this woman is sitting next to me that I've known for about a month, and she's crying. And I look at her and I was like, are you all right? She's like, this is what I've been wanting my entire life. She's like, I've wanted to feel included. I've wanted to be in a situation that I am seen and heard. And I'm going to get emotional just because it was such an amazing weekend, knowing what I did for somebody else. And that's what from this community, I feel the same way with V5O. And I'm happy that I'm finally stepping into who I'm supposed to be and what I get to do for people. And now I'm realizing it when I'm in this group, it's going to be even more powerful because I know you guys now. And I can't wait to really step into it more with all of you and bring all my passions and my drive here and help every one of you out, as well as we'll connect and you guys will help me. And so that's who I am. That's my story. Isogenics has been a dream come true. And there's so much of a financial opportunity that I talk to you guys a lot about the products and how much it's physically changed my life for sure. And my dad and my brother and Dylan, we've seen a physical transformation, but the financial opportunity I'm just stepping into talking about, and I'm realizing it's a disservice that I don't to this group because, you know, stay-at-home moms, kids in college, there's a lot of opportunity to make a good amount of money by only working a couple hours a week up to 20. I mean, I think I max out at maybe 15 to 20 hours a week really doing this. And it's all about the connections that I'm making and how I'm networking, which is what I'm really good at anyway. So this does not feel like work. So people who are interested in that kind of environment where it's just whatever you want, like people come in, they want to work 2 hours a week. That's awesome. They want to work 20 hours a week. That's awesome. Everybody is included in the same way. And I've really never had that with a group of women. And I'm just so grateful that it's at this point in my life that I'm realizing this, and then I got to be a part of this, and then I get to bring other people into this with me. So that is me.